This is Dr. Bill with a short tutorial to help make entries for the Natural Resource Ecology Assignment 3A task. This super fast tutorial is about how to enter your responses in the Assignment 3 portal in the Blackboard Learn profile. In this assignment, you need to observe the guiding images presented and discussed in class. Then, find the site locations, one at a time, to record the air masses, macroclimate, latitude, continentality, topography, and rain shadow effects. Do it one site at a time and record your observations where you can transform them into the assignment portal in Blackboard. Some of the entries you make are selections from a list of options. Others ask you for a numeric value. Now we can take a look at the first couple site values. The yellow highlighted row is to make sure that you know you are entering responses for the A site. You enter the letter A and move to the next row. This one is worth 0 points, so even if you get it right, that is a correct 0 out of 0. No foul, no loss. All the other point scores are 1 point each. Question 2 in this example is where you locate the site and make reference to how the rain shadow effect is expressed to be realized on this site. When you enter the assignment, your question order for each site may be different, and that is expected to happen as Blackboard randomizes each question set. In this short video, look at the question content and you will make them match. Question 3 here asks about the North American macroclimate. And when locating this Florida site on that figure shown in class, you identify it as humid subtropical. Question 4 asks about continentality, and here we are right along the Atlantic coastline, within about 50 miles of the sea. You could enter the number 0 or 1, and each would be counted as accurate. Do not enter 1-2 or 0-1, as those are not the values Blackboard will recognize. Here, I entered a 0 and moved to the next question. Question 5 asks about topography, and this is another subjective score on a scale of 0 to 10. In Florida, the nearest topographic feature is the Appalachian Mountains, and their effect on this site are negligible. I give it a 0 and move to the next. Finally, we are asked about air masses, and this is another question set you will look up on an image, shown in class, to identify this Florida site as being impacted by the marine tropical air mass systems. Make your selection and move to the next option. We now move to the next site, and again you enter the label B to show that you recognize this as the next site in the series. The same 5 questions are asked, albeit in a different order, for this site, and the same drill applies where you make your selections for each variable. Most of these are lookup values from the figures shown in class. Each image is found on the PowerPoint posted on the Blackboard Week 4 folder on the Lecture 6 PDF. Go to the bottom of the file to see the images I jumped to in class to assist you in their identification. The credentials of these site variables help to describe the sites as being responsive to the abiotic influences found within the North American continent. We will continue to use these techniques as we consider other sites and the wildlife that consider these ecosystems home. We lay the foundation for the analysis we can understand through this approach.